Hello, and welcome to the Time Traveler Zoo, the only place where history comes alive. I'm Dr. Nova, your guide through the ages. Fasten your seatbelts, because our first destination is a world lost to time. We're setting our chronodials for 68 million years into the past, to the Late Cretaceous period. Our mission: to come face to face with the undisputed king of the dinosaurs, the one, the only, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Prepare for a journey you'll never forget. The portal is stabilizing. Now, here we are. The air is thick, humid, and buzzing with the sounds of primeval life. This is the Hell Creek Formation, a sprawling floodplain that stretched across what we now know as Montana, Wyoming, and the Dakotas. But don't let the lush ferns and towering conifers fool you. This land was ruled by giants, and at the very top of the food chain was the Tyrant lizard king. Just listen. That distant roar isn't thunder. That's him. Imagine a predator standing over 12 feet tall at the hips and stretching 40 feet from snout to tail, longer than a school bus. The ground would tremble under its weight, which could be up to a colossal 9 tons. That's heavier than a full-grown African elephant. Everything about this animal was built for power. And its most fearsome weapon, its mouth. Scientists estimate its bite force was over 12,000 pounds per square inch. That's not just enough to slice through meat. It was strong enough to shatter the bones of its prey with a single, devastating crunch. It's a level of power almost unimaginable in the animal kingdom today. For decades, paleontologists have debated a simple question: was T-Rex a fearsome hunter or just a giant scavenger? The truth is likely a bit of both, much like many predators today. Let's look at the evidence. Its eyes were positioned on the front of its skull, not the sides. This gave it excellent binocular vision, allowing for superb depth perception architrait for a predator tracking moving prey. You need to know exactly how far away your next meal is. Then there's its sense of smell. By studying the size of the olfactory bulbs in its brain cavity, we know T-Rex had an incredible nose. Perhaps even rivaling that of a modern vulture, an animal famous for sniffing out carcasses from miles away. This suggests it wouldn't pass up an easy meal, whether it was chasing down a triceratops or stealing a kiln from smaller carnivores. T-Rex was an opportunist. It hunted when it had to and scavenged when it could. In the brutal world of the Cretaceous, survival meant never being a picky eater. Let's get a closer look at the anatomy of this perfect predator. Zoom in on those teeth. They weren't just sharp. They were like serrated, banana-sized railroad spikes. Designed for gripping and tearing through thick hide and flesh. If one broke off, a new one would grow in to replace it. It had a mouth full of replaceable daggers. And what about those famously tiny arms? For years, they were the butt of jokes. But don't be fooled. Fossil evidence shows these two-fingered arms were incredibly muscular. Each arm could likely lift over 400 pounds. While we're still not entirely sure of their purpose, maybe for holding on to struggling prey, or helping it stand up from a resting position, they were anything but weak. Now, let's look at its legs. Those massive, powerful limbs weren't built for marathons. T-Rex was a sprinter, not a long-distance runner. He could generate powerful bursts of speed to ambush its prey, closing the distance in a terrifying rush. Its whole body was a masterpiece of lethal engineering, from the tip of its nose to the end of its long, balancing tail. How do we know all this? It's all thanks to the incredible work of paleontologists who have spent over a century piecing together its story. The very first partial T-Rex skeleton was discovered back in 1902 by the legendary fossil hunter, Barnum Brown. But the real breakthrough came in 1990. That's when paleontologist Sue Hendrickson discovered the most complete and best-preserved Tyrannosaurus rex specimen ever found. Nicknamed Sue in her honor, this fossil is over 90% complete. Sue's skeleton has given us an unprecedented look into the life of a T-Rex. We can see healed injuries on her ribs and leg, suggesting she's survived brutal battles during her life. These fossils aren't just bones. They're stone diaries, telling tales of survival, combat, and the daily struggles of life 68 million years ago. Every new discovery adds another chapter to the story of this magnificent creature, Birth. The T-Rex's story didn't end with its extinction. It has been resurrected in our collective imagination. From its terrifying debut in blockbuster movies to its place as a centerpiece in museums around the world, the Tyrannosaurus Rex is a true cultural icon. It has starred in books, documentaries, and video games, capturing the awe and imagination of generations. Ever wonder what it actually sounded like? Well, since soft tissues like vocal cords don't fossilize, we can't know for sure. But sound designers for films have created its iconic roar by combining the low-frequency rumbles of an elephant, the guttural growl of an alligator, and the terrifying shriek of a tiger. T-Rex is more than just a fossil. It represents the untamed primal power of the natural world, a symbol of a time when giants truly walked the earth. Our time in the Cretaceous is coming to an end. Look, there he is, one last time, the Tyrant King, fading into the mists of prehistory. This incredible animal ruled its kingdom for only a few million years, a brief moment in geological time. But in that time, it became the apex predator, a legend etched in stone. Its reign may be over, but its legacy will live on forever. It's time to head back to the lab. But our journey is far from over. Next time, we LL travel to a different era, the Jurassic II, meet a living fortress covered in plates and spikes, the mighty Stegosaurus. Thank you for joining us on this incredible adventure to the world of the T-Rex. If you enjoyed this journey through time, sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you miss our next expedition. We'd love to hear from you, so drop a comment below and let us know which prehistoric creature you think we should visit next. Until then, stay curious